Now let's take a look at this one. Don't be intimidated by the length of this question because a lot of the questions that you'll see on the real estate exam are concepts that you know, but they'll be in the form of like story type questions where you'll basically have to decipher what the question's actually asking. And based on your ability to kind of break down the long paragraph intro, this will determine whether or not you get it right or wrong. So this question says a property is owned by three individuals as joint tenants with the right of survivorship. One of the joint tenants executes and records a deed conveying their interest to the property to their cousin. The cousin then records the deed. Subsequently, the joint tenant who executed the deed dies. What is the current status of the ownership? So we really have to unpack a few things in this question, and then I'll pause and give you a second to answer in the comments as to what you think the correct outcome is. But let's break down each of these terms. It first says three folks own a property as joint tenants with the right of survivorship. So essentially, joint tenancy is a type of ownership vesting method. It's a way that people can own property. So if you and I own a property together, obviously both of our names are going to be on a piece of paper called the deed. And that deed, at the end of our names, it'll have my name and your name on the deed if we're both owners. And after our names on the deed, it'll have what we call a vesting method. So it'll say as joint tenants, as tenants in common. It could say as community property, let's say if we're married in California. So there's a whole bunch of vesting methods or ways to hold title. Now, this one says the three folks own property as joint tenants. Basically, joint tenancy, as you probably, I hope you know this already because you're prepping for your exam, is a type of vesting that has something called the right of survivorship in it. Basically, the right of survivorship says that if two people own a property together as joint tenants and one of them dies, the dead person's share automatically passes to the surviving joint tenants. Now, this question says there's three folks that are joint tenants. One of them sells their share to their cousin. The cousin then records the deed. So now the cousin owns one third of that property because the cousin got what one of the joint tenants sold to them. The seller of the property ends up dying after they give the property to their cousin. Question becomes, well, what is the current state of the ownership? Now that you have context, drop your best guess in the chat. Is the answer that the two survivors own everything as joint tenants? Is it that the cousin joins as a new joint tenant with the other two surviving owners? Is it that the survivors own two-thirds as joint tenants and the cousin owns one-third as a tenant in common? Or is it that the cousin and the dead guy's share each own one-third? So I'm going to pause here for a second, then I'll break it down, but drop your best guess in the comments. So let's break down again what's happened in this question. Three people own a property together as joint tenants with the right of survivorship. One of the joint tenants sells their share to their cousin. Then the seller ends up dying. How is the ownership set up now? Well, there's a few things happening here. First, can one joint tenant sever their share? Can you sell your share in a joint tenancy to someone else? Sure. But the person that you sold the property to will not be a joint tenant with the other two, because you might remember this, but all joint tenancies have what we call a unity of time. All joint tenants must take title to a property at the same time. The cousin is not coming on the ownership at the same time as the first two. They're violating the unity of time. So the cousin is actually going to be a tenant in common. The first two will stay as joint tenants. The cousin who just bought their share will own it as a tenant in common because he's violating the unity of time. All joint tenants must enter the document at the same time. The other question is, well, how much does he own? The cousin, how much does he own? He owns one third. How do I know that? Because joint tenancy also has what we call a unity of interest. All joint tenants must own an equal share. All joint tenants have to take title at the same time, through the same title, and have the same interest. So when the one third owner sold the property to their cousin, The cousin was buying exactly the share. So when the person sold the property to their cousin, they were selling what they owned. They owned one third. How do I know that? Because if there's three individuals that own a property as joint tenants, all three have to own an equal share. So if one of the joint tenants sells it to their cousin's buying a third. If there were four joint tenants, everybody owns 25%. If there were 10 joint tenants, everyone owns 10%. All joint tenants have to own an equal share. So if in the comments you wrote the survivors own two-thirds as joint tenants and the cousin owns one third as a tenant in common, you're right. Why? Because number one, they can't be a joint tenant with the first two on the same document because they're violating the unity of time. So the new owner is going to be a tenant in common. They also have to all own an equal share. So the two folks own one third each, and the cousin also owns one third now, but not as a joint tenant, as a tenant in common. So the lesson with this is really don't get thrown off by the length of some of these questions, especially you don't want to spend 5, 6, 7 minutes on any single question on the exam. Just kind of keep it moving. Now, if you want more questions and more study tools, go to crashcourseonline.com and pick up our full package. We would love to help you pass the real estate exam, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.